Alrighty, hello again. This is Trice Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey, back to engineering the fleet. So let's get in game and get things rolling. So last time we gathered the materials we need to hopefully finish off the last 5 ships. We need 2 more of the pre-engineered SCO FSD drives. FSD drives, that's a double thing. FSDs. So we'll get those put together. We'll take this ship over to do that because it's got the corrosion-resistant cargo racks on it. Oh, I know what I should do. I should look at these. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Elite Dangerous Carriers. Emerald Tablet from the 17th. Oh, I didn't get a notification back from those guys. I gotta double check that, see what's going on. Where is it? Resupply tasks. The heck? Solaris, Quetzalcoatl, Rocksteady, King's Pass. I don't see mine. Oh, here's it. Huh. Okay. Still waiting for that. Hello, Baz. Hello, Mr. Mad Hatter. Welcome back, guys. Let's see. I'm going to need Inara so I can find where I'm going. Okay, blueprints and upgrades. Okay, that's set up. And Emerald Tablet. This is for the 17th. So mark the 17th. And let's see, that's a 47 week, okay. Hello, Tacito, welcome back. Okay, do I still have my 15? Manage market 1551. All right. Carrier balance. 27.8, oh, okay. 27.874. 331292. Okay, that's caught up. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Let's go over here. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you're clear. We'll see you soon, Commander.
Yes, sir. Still got 5 ships to finish engineering. And then we'll have to see how many clippers I end up buying.
Fuel scoping.
Hello, Tibbs. Welcome back.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scope disengaged. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
It looks like it has the potential to be. That's for sure. Hmm. Yeah, I bet. It's going to be interesting to find out the ratio of mining lasers to Olympic controllers to cargo as to what will give the optimal mining experience. Excuse me.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 17.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have any problems running. Well, power plant may not be the problem. It may be the distributor. I don't know what it's got for a distributor.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
All right, 2 drive components. Tech broker. Class 3, Class 4, Engineered FSD SCO V1, Class 5. All right, there's one. Engineered FSD SCO V1, Class 5. All right, so those two are there. Oh, okay, well, that's probably not going to be a problem then. Okay, they're both there. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Boy, that's with a size 7 distributor, size 8 power plant. That is going to be one amazing miner. Like I said, just a matter of figuring out the ratio of.
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch front.
Well, I guess you're going to be running all 10 mining lasers, and then what's your ratio of limpet controllers to cargo? Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are clear of the station. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged.
Yeah, and maybe even the Type Net 10. You may be able to do an anti-pirate hedgehog build that will beat the heck out of the Type 10 in that category. Hello, Zoltor. Welcome back. Yeah, the 9 will just be completely obsolete. The 10 might be obsolete. And if it handles well enough and handles in combat well enough, it may well take some utility away from the cutter. And depending on its defensibility and its jump range, will be whether or not, how much it takes away from the cutter. Oh, wow. That would be something. Undoubtedly. I'm certainly going to have one for its primary purpose of cargo hauling. And if I can, if it ends up as defensible as I think it is, I may end up retiring one of my cutters. Because if it's able to have a decent jump range and be well enough defensible, then that will take a chunk of the usability of the cutter out. Yeah, I've never liked hauling at a 9 open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Clearance granted. Move directly to your landing pad.
I felt the cutter was always the better choice for hauling. The 10 is nice for a relaxing trip into a Hazres and just let the pirates kill themselves against your lasers. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Deploy your landing gear, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
So we'll see how many rolls of how many different ships it eliminates. It's certainly going to kill the Type 9. There's just no comparison obvious there. The Type 9 is not SCO capable. It is a horrific handling ship. So okay, that's a get rid of the 9 right there. Can you hedgehog like you can in the 10? Maybe. If you can, wow. And if you can, and if it's good enough that you can replace the cutter in a decent jump range, meaning 35. Right. The Type 8 is is a nice medium cargo ship. It's great for that. But if the Panther Clipper will get you, 35 plus in jump range and be reasonably defensible, well, then maybe the cutter isn't needed for cargo hauling anymore. All right, so I guess the next ship I want to work on is Fool's Gold. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
It's pretty close to being that already. Um, you know, as far as exploration with the changes they made to planetary landing, Anaconda has become very much second rate compared to, say the Diamondback Explorer when it comes to a long jump range exploration ship. It's a great combat ship. It really is. But the Corvette's better. And the Cutter is better. It's very much an all-around ship. It does a lot of things reasonably well. But there are ships out there now that if you make a single task ship, it will outperform the Anaconda in that role. And that goes for every single role that the Anaconda has traditionally filled. So the Anaconda is, while a great ship, a very flexible ship, it can be outperformed in every single one of the roles you would use it in by a dedicated ship. Now, if you just want to do one ship, the Anaconda's the ship. It still is. Even when the Panther Clipper comes out, if you just want to use one ship for everything and just reconfigure it and go, the Anaconda is still the best ship in the game because it does everything, and it does it reasonably well. So for those who are going to do, a single ship thing where, they just want to store their, equipment, different weapons, different optional loadouts, and only have the single ship, the Anaconda is still the perfect ship. You just can't beat it because it just does everything. So there's people still going to fly it because it makes for an inexpensive way to be able to do every single piece of gameplay in the game. All these other ships are limited role ships. They do certain things well, and very well. So if you don't mind having a large fleet, which for those with carriers, you generally don't mind having a large fleet, retract landing gear.
Landing gear retract.
The Anaconda becomes, kind of a runabout type piece that occasionally you use, like I did for heading over to the Titan to pick up materials. Pretty good for that. Now the one I've got for doing that has a rather obsolete weapons loadout because of the nerf to the railguns. Now what I might do is change that loadout around a bit and see if I can do a hybrid loadout that's like lasers with thermal vent and the railguns. That might work. Maybe I'll try that. But it's never going to be the one-shot kill that the old railgun loadout was, because railguns can no longer do what they used to do. That's just the reality. So at some point I'm going to have to play with the loadout of the longbow and improve it. but I'll do that some other time. Yeah, and if you like I said, if you're at a point where you want to have one ship that does anything you need it to do, well, the Anaconda is your ship. It's still, it's one of the original ships in this game, and it's still the best multi-role ship in the game because it can do anything and do it reasonably well. Now, of course, like I said, each of the other ships have areas that they outperform the Anaconda, which is fine. I mean, but then the sacrifices they have to make to do that means that the other roles that the Anaconda currently does, they can't do. They're just not good enough at it. So, will the Anaconda go away? Probably not. It's just too darn, it's good at everything. It's not great, but it's good at everything. Similarly, the first Python, the Python 1, is good at everything that you'd want a medium ship to do. Very, very flexible, can do anything you want a medium ship to do.
Approach the station, Commander.
But everything it can do, there's a ship that does it better, but can't do the other stuff. All right. Later, Mr. Thorpe. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 2-3.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. It does so many things so well.
Touchdown confirmed. Dispatching ground crew.
Which is why I still have a couple of them. Because they just can't replace them. All right, one pre-engineered drive left. All right, let's see what else this guy needs for engineering. He needs an experimental effect. All right, where's my list of... Yeah. And the crates really came into their own in Thargoid fighting. Pretty hard to beat a crate properly outfitted. I don't know what ship that goes to. But let's see, we need FSD. We need power distributor. Let's see, engines. Dirty drive. We don't have direct drives. So we got thrusters. Boy, this guy is just, this guy just never finished, I think. Yeah, this is why I'm writing each one of them down, because I gotta go see the engineers for these guys. Since we can't put the engineering effects on remotely. that's everything I can do here. So hard points, mining lasers, heat sink launchers.
Ejecting heatsink.
Shush you. Cargo racks, but no collectors. Okay, this guy is like halfway in between two jobs. So this was my core miner. So I need to turn this guy back into a core miner. So FSD. So all I need is experimental effects on the cores right now. But it looks like I changed him temporarily into a full medium cargo hauler. And he's got no shields. He needs shields. Doesn't need the greatest shields, but he needs shields. Well, yeah, but there's also a module limit. And so I had to do that for some things, but that's not what this ship is for. This was a core miner. But then apparently I changed him over to hauling cargo to a medium pad destination for some reason. So I've got to change him back to what he should be. So let's go back over to Laxac and change him back to what he should be. May need to go buy some more stuff. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
And let's see what we can do here. More stuff to do. Yeah, I've got to put the mining equipment back on him. Retract landing gear.
Landing operatives engaged.
Landing gear
Departure
retracted.
authorized.
Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
And I got to put shields on this guy. Because I don't want to be running him shieldless.
Drive charging.
Probably only class 4s.
Safe travels, Commander.
And I need to make sure he's got a fuel scoop. So I need some bi-weave shields. I need a fuel scoop. I need mining equipment. But this was my core mining ship. I don't know what the heck I did to it, but apparently I ripped it apart. Well, the only thing I can think is that I had a dedicated mission where I needed to do something specific on a location with a medium-sized pad, and I just repurposed this ship to doing it, and then never restored it to what it should have been. But this was my core miner. I don't know what it's all my core mining stuff's gone.
Hello, Commander. Please stay aware of other ships around this carrier.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected. Hull integrity compromised.
Contact confirmed. Clamps engaged. Enjoy your stay with us.
Alright, so I got 2 mining lasers. Got a 3 hard point there. This one needs to be... Where are these? Oh, that's way across the galaxy. Heat sink launchers, and they're not... Oh, wow, and I don't have any point defenses. Ha ha! Yeah, I need a pulse wave. I don't necessarily need 2 heatsink launches. In fact, I probably don't need either. Whoops. This guy up top. What's in here? Nope, I don't need any of those. My cores are just fine. Optional internal. I'm only doing mining. I probably won't. I'll probably, well, we'll see. We'll see what I got left, but I don't have any shield boosters. So all I've got is anti-Thargoid gear, which I don't need, heat sink launchers, which I don't need, and kill warrant scanners, which I don't need. The only reason I still have those is they're pre-engineered. Oh, and these are not even. I'll probably move those somewhere and sell them just to get rid of some equipment. All right, so I have a shield generator. 6s are okay. 4 is for a refinery. Do I have a refinery? Yes, I do. Alrighty. Now I need a limpet controller. I need a prospecting limpet controller. I have a 3. Okay. I don't have any surface scanners. Okay. So I need that. And I need a limpet controller. Three operations. No. So I got to go get myself a limpet controller. All right. So I need a limpet controller. And a detailed surface scanner. And then fill out these. And for hard points. Yeah, I'm going to need displacement missiles and abrasion blasters. Subsurface displacement missile. Oh, is that not the right one? I don't have the other one. Okay. I have an abrasion blaster. Ah, okay. So I need. I don't have enough power. And I don't even have everything on here yet. I may have to change the thrusters over to clean drive. Really? Okay. Well, I'll finish building this guy out. But, needs work. Oh, that's why I've got the wrong power plant in here. I need to go buy the right power plant. I've only got a 4 in there. No wonder I don't have enough power. I guess it's off to Shinrarta we go to finish equipping this guy. All right, well. We got a bit of work to do. Alrighty, in any case, well, my vacation is over, so I actually have to get to bed at a reasonable hour because, well, my Monday morning meetings come early, and I've got a week of correspondence when I wasn't at work, which I have to get through before that meeting. So I got to get up relatively early. Oh, hi, Josh. Welcome back. Yeah, I may do that. But whatever I've done to this guy, I've gutted him, so I've got to bring him back up to snuff. At any rate, it won't be tonight because I am out of time. So at this point, I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. In the stream chat, we have Baz, Mr. Mad Hatter, Tacita, Tibbs, Mr. Thorpe, Zoltor. And Josh. Did I say Baz? I think I said Baz. Yes, I said Baz right at the beginning. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining me in the stream chat. It was great having you all along, as always. So at this point, we've done all we can for tonight, so we're going to leave things here. Pick it up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.